Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So for those of you who've been staying tuned with the progression of Assassin's Creed Valhalla's reveals, you guys would have noted that I am keeping one eye on this game, and that's because of the setting. And I've said and mentioned many times that I am not necessarily an Assassin's Creed fan, but I think they may have written an Assassin's Creed game that would appeal to me and maybe people that might be in my shoes. People who enjoy the Norse mythology, people who want to see those being exhibited in video games. If you notice, I came from the God of War and PS4 type appreciation of what the Norse mythology can bring to video games. And I think the second reason is because there is a video game that I've been really anticipating that we have not even heard a single announcement for, which even makes this entire Assassin's Creed Valhalla, in my opinion, much more of a relevant game to me. So I've been looking forward to a new Batman game or Arkham game from Warner Brothers for like 2 years. I created a second YouTube channel to cover Batman topic and, discussions, DC games and all that stuff. But it seems like Warner Brothers is not necessarily ready to be putting out any kind of marketing regarding a game like that. And Assassin's Creed Valhalla, being number 2 on my list, is now slowly creeping up to number 1. Now, I know many people may say, but how about other games like Cyberpunk? How about other games like Marvel Avengers? As much as I have a whole superhero games topic channel, I'm still going to be happy to cover a Marvel Avengers game, even though, Marvel is not necessarily my thing. If you look on a comic perspective, the DC is where I'm kind of really vested in, but I'll be happy to cover that. It just seems to me that this Assassin's Creed game is most likely going to be a game that I will be happy to invest some time in. And that's for many reasons. So a lot of the discussion right now going on around, 30 FPS, when the gameplay is going to come out, to me, I just feel like the Assassin's Creed community and the community that appreciates a game like this can basically, appreciate everything that's surrounding this game's reveal. So regardless, first of all, let's put it this way, regardless of everything that has gone on in the world in the past few months, the developers, Ubisoft, and their teams that were working on this game decided to still go ahead and do a reveal on the back end of everything starting to seem to return to normal, which is a very gutsy move. Not many video game companies were willing to put themselves out there. I know Microsoft was willing to put their stuff out there because this is a year for a hardware release for them, and some other video game companies were okay with advertising and still releasing their games, but it seems like not many were really eager to bring anything to the forefront. And E3 being canceled seems to have kind of shifted the paradigm a little bit. But also, let's not forget their online summer gaming events that are going on. And hopefully in June, we're going to be seeing more robust reveals and revelations. But it seems like Ubisoft was willing to put this game on the forefront. And it seems like they're willing to take the good and shiny parts of Assassin's Creed Origins and Assassin's Creed Odyssey to make this game highlight those things. Now, I didn't play Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Origins because, like I said, not necessarily your biggest Assassin's Creed fan, also adding to the fact that I was also heavily invested in another Ubisoft title, The Division 2, and so there was basically, in all reality, no time for me to dabble into both of them. For those of you who've been with the channel for a long time, if you remember, there was some Assassin's Creed gameplay on the channel while I was covering the Division stuff. I had a very good friend of mine come alongside, and he did some gameplay footage and all that for me for the channel, and he was kind of teaching me the systems that he was actually, using to do the gameplay. And I remember he and I would sit down for hours while he just played the game and I just watched in my house, and we just recorded the footage and we talked about the systems. And there is no doubt that I can tell you that those systems were not intricate and were not fun for him. He loved every single moment of it. And, just basically kind of interacting and watching somebody in real time actually play the game and review like a boar hunting mission. Like he'll go into the woods and go hunt like a pig and be like, whoa, this is this. And then, that to me was even a much better stance for looking and observing as somebody enjoying the game than even a reviewer talking about it. Because, a good friend of yours, he's not going to like tell you stuff that, he's not going to throw a whole bunch of baloney your way. And plus you guys are sitting there and just kind of talking about the game, and that's actually even better. So the July 12th, hopefully, reveal for more information, to me, seems like a very reasonable thing to do. Even watching another content creator that does cover heavily Assassin's Creed, Joe Raptor, for those of you who know who that is, he's also been talking about how gameplay might be coming around that reveal as well. And so that's something that definitely a lot of people are looking forward to. Now, if the Batman game is also announced or released before that time, does that mean that I'm going to shove Assassin's Creed to the side? No, I think I'm probably going to be investing. When I say investing, there's most likely going to be a purchase on my end, even for both games. I think both games are unique enough. They have their systems and they can definitely work in their own way. In fact, Batman and Assassin's Creed have a mutual joke, and that mutual joke is Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor. This is a game that basically seemed to have borrowed specific systems from both games and has made a successful franchise out of it. Don't get me wrong, two games that have done decently well and have been remarkable games for the audience that do play them. So it's really nice to see. And then another thing that I'm not necessarily certain about that I would love to see is a co-op mode for this game. Now, this is something that I am not necessarily certain that this has been announced. If it has been, somebody please point that to me in the comment section. But what I would love to see with an Assassin's Creed game is that Far Cry style open world exploration that you can jump into with a companion or a friend. This is very important because the kinds of games that I like allow for, players to be able to not only enjoy the game for themselves, but also have friends or have, people that play games with them be able to jump in and explore the game with them. This is very important because in the case of a game like this where people can farm and you can find different items to boost and improve your character or gain XP to level up, it's really nice to be able to have somebody kind of drag you through anything past your 60, 70 hour playthrough. That's one thing about these RPG games. They are games that require heavy investments of time because yes, you have open world activities. In most cases, a game like this will probably have a living world, just like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where there will be bounties on you, and as you're moving through the open world, you'll encounter things that you can basically run away from or maybe even stick with. This is an Ubisoft pattern that does really excel in a lot of their games. And if they add this implementation of a co-op mode where you can go in with somebody, raid strongholds, and do some really cool activities, it will really, really change the game. And I think it would definitely upgrade my purchase to not only like a regular purchase, but maybe something that will be a purchase plus even DLC. These are the, the potential points to have this game really, do so well and thrive, especially with the new console generation coming out, and a lot of marketing is going to be hitting very soon. I think right now, May is just not necessarily the calendar period for a lot of these companies to market. But I think once we hit June, around that E3 period, early June, I think it's going to really ramp up. And so I feel Ubisoft has what it takes to make a solid game. But I think also they need to just continue to, add those little, touching points that really make players go, oh, this is an extra mile, and are willing to actually go and look at what the game is about, especially those who may not necessarily get the game. Because trust me, a lot of Assassin's Creed fans are already sold on the Valhalla idea. That is not even a doubt. I mean, it's almost already certain. And I also have some other good friends that are also Assassin's Creed connoisseurs, and I'll be talking to them about it and saying, hey, what do you think about this title? Is it a title you'll be, interested in? Why and why not? And I'm still doing my investigative research, but I'm still, in my opinion, looking forward to a release like this. I mean, like I said, think about the other video games that are possibly out there that may shine as well. I understand, nothing wrong and nothing against Cyberpunk 2077. In fact, if that is a game that has a longevity that I hope it'll have, I'll probably also be happy to pick it up and, play through or maybe beat it. But along the line, we'll see how all this comes together. July 12th, to me, seems like a fair time to be looking forward to. Not gonna lie, it feels really long and way out there, but we have already seen images. We have seen some scrolling footage, not the best footage that we would have loved to see as, people who are kind of, I would say, inquisitive about it, and then even the fans seemed a little disappointed. But this is a game that's coming out holiday 2020. So holiday, we're looking maybe, I don't know, November. Maybe we're looking at September, maybe October. That's usually when Ubisoft will release their games. If you look at Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I think September is the release date for this game. So anyways, that's basically my thoughts on this matter. Maybe you'll be hearing from me in a few days or in a few weeks if we see or if we hear of anything new. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in, and I guess that's basically it for me. Thank you so much for your time and audience. I appreciate you guys so much for watching the video, and I guess I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.